Hello, Facebook friends. Today I'm going to share some specific thoughts that I have put together regarding our toilet paper crisis. Yes, that's right. I'm going to talk about that toilet paper right now. I'm going to talk about 3 different sets of people. The people who are not hoarding toilet paper, the people who are hoarding toilet paper because they're scared, and the people who are hoarding toilet paper because they're greedy. Let's start with the greedy people. I'm going to tell you straight up that if you are buying lots of toilet paper so that you might resell that at a high price to your neighbors in need, shame on you. That is not okay. There's nothing in the Bible that says that that is okay. In fact, those same kind of methods were happening. You can see it in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John when people were coming to the temple to use their money to buy things, to sacrifice at the temple when they were making these incredible treks to the temple. Jesus got mad and turned over a bunch of tables because taking advantage of your neighbor during their time of need is not okay. It has never been okay. That is not the will of God. If you are planning on doing that and that's the reason you're hoarding toilet paper, not today. Not today, Satan. Leave it alone. Choose a different path. Please don't choose that. That is evil and not good for your neighbor. Don't take this moment to try to do something that is really just taking advantage of people in need. That's low. Don't do it. I don't think that too many people are in that camp, but if you are, I'm praying for you. Also, if you are hoarding toilet paper because you are scared to death, I have a verse for you. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Now is a time where we really need to make it where faith goes over fear. So, yes, there are some people hoarding the toilet paper for greed, but there's a whole bunch of other people that are hoarding toilet paper and other supplies because they're afraid. And I'm here to tell you that this is a moment for faith to conquer our fears and for us to do things that are very, very meaningful and helpful to one another. And now is the time to raise up how we think about things so that we really are God-centered rather than self-centered, and that we have faith in something bigger than ourselves, and we're trying to build that kind of community, and we're trying to help one another, not think nobody's going to help me, why should I help anybody else? And so if you're hoarding toilet paper for that reason, then please think about how you might live into the highest good for all, instead of just trying to take care of yourself, and trust that we are on a TP quarantine with you. We are looking for ways, if you have extra, to share with seniors or with your neighbors who don't have, and to try to calm people down so that more people may have the ability to have the resources that they need, including toilet paper, but not limited to. But I do want to tell you that toilet paper is a relatively new invention anyway. We didn't always have toilet paper. That wasn't always a thing. Some of our older members might remember the Sears Roebuck catalog and using magazines and newspapers and things like that. Now, truthfully, toilet paper, I love Charmin. I love Charmin. I love it so much. However, I realize that it's a luxury, and that in many places in the world, people don't have toilet paper, and they certainly don't have nice Charmin toilet paper. And so that is a perk and benefit of living in the United States to have that. However, that is not a necessity. It is a privilege to have it. Nevertheless, we in our family are not the hoarders, and so it's likely that if everybody else keeps hoarding, we're going to run out of toilet paper. But I just want, as an act of resistance right now for people of faith, I want to suggest some things to you on how you can get away from the need for toilet paper, so that if toilet paper is available, you can use it. But if toilet paper is not available, then there are other things you can do. If you have enough money, you can buy and install a bidet. Some people I know are doing that. If you don't have a lot of money, you can order these wonderful things. A lot of people that have had children know about this, but there are such things as perinatal water bottles. You can get one of those, or you can make one out of stuff in your house. Basically, it's a water bottle with a spray top on the top of it, and you just put warm water in it, and you use that as a homemade cheap bidet. So you could do that. If you can't or don't want to do that, it's a little more work, but you can always use washcloths and just wash them, put them in a special bin and just wash those. And every time that you do that, you're doing something kind for the environment. You're saving trees by not using toilet paper. And so there's multiple benefits. But if people take the toilet paper, hoard the toilet paper, we don't have to give in to that. We can do other things. And so you can use less. I've encouraged my children, use less, waste less. You can help save those trees. You can help more to be available to your neighbors who need it. You can know that if you're on the toilet paper quarantine, that you're doing something to help by judiciously using your toilet paper, not hoarding the toilet paper, because there may be somebody else that's run out of toilet paper because all these people are hoarding toilet paper. That by you using stuff judiciously, you have created this goodness around you where people who need it do have it. Please stop hoarding toilet paper and other goods. Please know that this is a time for our community to come together and for us to vision a better world. And we can totally do this together. But if you don't have a resource, then you have to work on creatively making sure that the community comes together so that we all share and share alike. In Africa, they have this word, Ubuntu. And it basically means we are all in this together. We all can help one another, and when one suffers, we all suffer. And so this is the opposite of hoarding anything, because it says to everybody that we're counting on all of us to come together in this moment, not to hoard and not to take all the resources for ourselves, but to count on one another, to lift one another up in this moment, and to organize to make sure everybody's taken care of. This is the model of the church from Acts 2. Do y'all not remember? Read it. Read it. In Acts 2, when they got together, they had everything in common. They literally sold all their stuff, put all the money together, and made sure everybody was taken care of, such that any had need. And Ananias and Sapphira that didn't do this and got caught, well, that didn't end so well for them. I'll let you read it and figure that out for yourself. But this is a moment for the church to be the church. And instead of we cannot be supporting, and we cannot be helping people to continue to feel afraid, but we got to remind people that we're all here for each other. And we're going to do the things to make community happen right now. And if you're terrified and scared, I encourage you to read those verses that tell you not to fear, but to have faith. I encourage you to reach out to us at the church or to other people so that we can effectively organize people to help you. I encourage you to help others. And I think by and large, most people are, but there obviously are enough people that still need to hear this message about hoarding that I need to make this video, because it's still in Vons and grocery outlet and stuff. They're still struggling to have toilet paper. So yeah, you use whatever this is helpful to calm your friends down or to redirect your friends in their thinking. Share. But we are in a moment where we need to transition from thinking about self and how to be independent to recognizing our complete dependence and interdependence on one another, and rise up to that and do things that are good stewardship of our own resources and forward thinking into building community that we can and want to live in. So let's do this, and let's encourage everybody to do it. And God bless y'all in the efforts. I'll talk to you later.